And hello fellow takers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are back in Centurion Action X. You guys haven't seen any action in Action X for the last little while because I don't have it on my Space Bandit account. I do have it on my family account, however, so I wanted to show this game to you earlier, but there was so many other videos I needed to make, so finally we actually get to it, so I get to show you this game. The game is going to be exciting because it's going to come down to like 2v4 or something like that, right? And those are the games that I want to bring you guys because I want to show you what I do in order to try to win the game at the end of the game. That's the main objective of this, right? And in this situation, we're pretty much going to fight mostly out of the same position because my team is going to be stagnant. We're not going to really control any of the flanks, and that's going to make it difficult because if your team doesn't control any of the flanks, it is extremely hard to win the game because you don't have any map control, right? And that's what's going to happen in this situation. Now, it is not my job to push the flank. I can push the flank with heavy tanks and TDs, right? But it's not my job on my own to go and push the flank just because I'm a medium tank and I'm not the strongest armored tank. Now, another thing I noticed with this thing, I haven't played it in a while. Its gun accuracy is great if you fully aim your shots. If you try to hit your shots on the move, or if you try to hit your shots just by snap shooting, they're usually not gonna go in. That's what I noticed when I played this tank last time. And you're gonna see full evidence of that here, because I thought it was RNG, but it's not RNG. It's just this gun is the way it is. You're gonna have to fully aim your shots and don't shoot on the move. Now here, take a look at that. I tracked that guy. No one is shooting him. No one. Like Artie is not even interested in shooting him, right?
Ready to fire on target.
So we're gonna keep this position. As you can see, there's a lot of tanks coming down through here. Opposition tanks. Now that shot on T10 should have never went in anyway, but that was, wishful thinking. You may as well shoot. And if it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I tried a cupola shot there, but I think the shot was a little bit low. Anyway, these guys are gonna try to climb, so we're gonna put some shells into them. We put a shell into this Panzer 7, and just like that he goes down. Now we're gonna focus the E100. I'm gonna try to hit slightly above. Actually, I was trying to track him right over there, but that didn't work out. I think I hit him a little bit too high. Can we put another shell into him? Yes, we can. So we put a couple of shells into him, and we punish these guys hard just going up that hill, up that ramp right there. So just like that, they're discouraged from going up. Now lately I've been having trouble with M103s. Usually those cupola shots are going in because if the shot doesn't hit the cupola, it hits the top of the roof and you're able to pen M103. But lately, for whatever reason, I don't have much luck with those shots. But it is what it is. So we still have shots here, so we're gonna still keep poking out. Luckily, artillery is not paying attention to us. And now we're going to switch attention to the other side. As you can see, look at that. We're just kind of locked in one quadrant of the map, right? Northeast area of the map. So we're going to have to be reactive to both sides and try to defend this position as much as we can. And I love playing defensive. Oh, look at this guy. Like, seriously, don't do that, guys. Don't run into somebody else's shot. That's horrible. That guy could have been on lower health right now because I would have hit him. But anyway, you have to be reactive to both sides then, because the enemy is going to try to approach you from both sides of the map. And with medium tanks, it works because you have flexibility, you have mobility, you can actually move from one side to the other side quite quickly, right? But so matches like this are great for me because I get to think as to how am I going to win this match in this situation. And it's quite unlikely that we're actually winning this game because if you don't have control of the map in most cases, you don't win the game, right? But we have a really good position. We have a good rich fighter in this tank. And again, this position gives us shots all around the map, right? So that's why this position is so great, especially with the encounter mode, because encounter is right there, so you have shots right there as well into the encounter. So yeah, I'm gonna flex from one side to the other side. Now by this time, I would have thought that, my friendlies would have pushed the north side of the map, but they have not, for whatever reason. We have two Yak Panzer 100s that are in a platoon and they haven't pushed this through. So I'm just gonna be patient here. You know, like, the situation is pretty poor. Like, we're easily gonna lose this game. So I don't really want to go on a solo mission right here like some of our tanks will, and I will point it out to you guys. But I loaded heat because I really need to pen this E100. There we go. If I could put a penning shot into him, that's what I was thinking. He's not gonna know where it's coming from, and that's exactly what happened right there, and we're able to take him out. And now because he's down, sorry bud, but now that he's down, we should be able to rush him in a split second. But I was hoping our Jagdpanzer 100s are gonna do that. In the meantime, I noticed that our E3 is going balls deep on this side of the map. Guys, again, I know if you have a really tough TD, it's a good TD if you're facing your opposition frontally. But if, you know, your opposition has shots at you from the side, there is no way you're going to survive. Especially, you know, going into the enemy territory like this E3 did. What did he think was going to happen, right? He was going to get taken out regardless. So I took opportunity to take some shots when he was pushing. I'll put some shells to this T-62, like he's the dangerous tank, right? But the idea here is we need to clean one flank. Now I cannot go in and clean the east side because I'm going to do the same thing that E3 just did, right? So I'm going to have to go up north, and I'm going to have to help these guys push this side. And I was already frustrated here because I was like, come on, 2 Jagdpanzer E100s, and you cannot clean the flank versus the T10, right? That's what I was thinking. But come on, boys, just push it through, right? So I'm going to try to help him do that, and that's exactly what we're going to do. At the same time, look what happened at F7. Our IS-7 decided to go in by himself to try to clean up the flank versus all these medium tanks. That's never going to happen. It's never going to work. And that guy had 2 marks on his barrel, so he knew what he was doing. So I don't understand why he just threw his tank away. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we cleaned up this side of the map. The T10 finally got shut down. But look at that. We're 2v5 right now. And the biggest problem on a map like this is artillery, right? Because once I get spotted, you know that I'll be targeted. Jagdpanzer E100 went over to the 2 line. I think he's going to go after Artie. I think that's a decent play. And I think that's a good play by him. I'm calling for SOS because I want his support. That's all. He's too slow to come here. Take a look at this shot. That should have went in. Now RNG is going to start fucking me over. See what's going to happen here. Can we put this shell in? Yes, this shell goes in. And all of a sudden, that's a good bounce actually because, you know, this guy had a good position on me. This T-62 is playing the game fairly well. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop back here in between these ridges so that I have protection from T-62, yet maybe I can spot the base. That's what I was thinking from here, right? Obviously, I wanted to run away from artillery because artillery is probably looking this way already. Jagdpanzer 100 takes 1 RD out, which is great. So we're going to come up here to see if we can spot this guy again. But now I realize that I'm losing a position. Right, that guy on the left-hand side, the T-62A, he's playing it well. He gets a good position on me right now. So I cannot let that happen. I'm going to have to push him. Because if he's behind me, then he could easily put shells into my behind. And I don't want that to happen, right? So I need this position. This position needs to be mine. At the same time, we're going to try to shoot this Centurion, but look, our gun says no again because it wasn't fully aimed. Now, in a split second, you're going to hear someone in the comm. Dude got frustrated with me because I missed too many shots, apparently. But what can I say? Sometimes it is what it is. Gun doesn't work sometimes, right? And my opposition, like these guys, are running away from me all the time. Like, I don't have shots over here, right here. So I think he got frustrated that I was full health and I didn't push them. But you have to understand, I have Artie on me. There's a guy in a cap that has shots into this area. And there are 2 tanks that are trying to kill me. Here, look at that. RNG says no. RNG says no again. And I was frustrated. I was like, this game is not going to work out. But hear this.
Dude, come on, Centurion Action X. You've got more fucking health than the 2 of those tanks combined. I have sat there and watched you miss 7 fucking shots so far. It's about fucking time.
Enemies got us in their sights.
Some players don't understand the game. Okay, I know, you know, it's easy to get impatient. It's very easy to get impatient, right? And do stupid things. And I actually got a little bit frustrated because of my gun. That's why I did what I did there. And I went after these guys. And secondly, the guy that was talking on the comm actually did piss me off, right? Because maybe he was right. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comment section. But I like to play it more safe because if I play the game on my terms, I know I can win on my terms, right? It's easy to say to push 2 tanks that are very low health, but you don't know how good of the players they are when you play the game. And they seem pretty decent players to me, to be honest. So I wanted to make sure I take one of them out before I engage the other one. That was my thinking anyway in this game. So now, this guy's playing it smart too. I know he's capping, but he won't let me take a shot at him, right? You'll see what happens here. He's gonna drop back.
Fire on target.
And I can't really engage him. I cannot really push him again. The reason why is because I have only 466 HP. That means I'm a 2-shot to him, right? In the meantime, he's a 3-shot to me. Look at his HP. Even if I high roll, he's a 3-shot to me. So I cannot really go after him. But I have to keep moving, and I have to keep him spotted. Now, the reason why I have to keep moving is because of Artie. And the reason why I want to keep him spotted is because I want to know where he is at any given time. So now I put a shell into him. We're going to go forward and try to take him out of the game. Artie misses his shell, but he splashes me. But, yeah. I was ready to take him out, but Yak Panzer 100 shows up all of a sudden and takes this damage. Yeah, I was a bit frustrated about that as well. What can I say? Because I put in a hard work. I thought this damage should have been mine. It was just my thinking. It's the greed factor. It's coming in, guys. Anyway, so right now, at this point, it should be a wrap, right? The most dangerous tanks are gone from the game. Those medium tanks were the most critical to take out. And since they're out, now it should be easy peasy, right? But still, remember, I'm a 1-shot to Artie. If Artie splashes me, hits beside me, splashes, I'm dead. Right, so I'm going to have to approach it really cautiously. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to try to keep him spotted too. Now, I have advantage over the Yak Panzer 100 because I have mobility. So I can get to that kill quicker than him. So this kill should be mine if I play it smart. So here we're just going to crest this ridge just to see where he is and which way he's facing. That was the idea. That was the only reason I did that. So I know he knows that I'm moving this way. That's fine. But what I'm going to do is see that ridge, see that sand dune in front of me. This one right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to poke from around that sand dune and use my gun depression. And just like that, take him out of the game. That was a hard shot for him, right? That's why I made that play. Besides, he wasn't really anticipating that. Anyway, let's take a look at the post-game stats and see how we did. So, not spectacular damage game, but still very nice damage. 5.4, almost 5.5k damage. We finished with Class 1 Mastery. 1000 blocked, even 900 assisted. So, not a bad game. 15 penetrating shots, 5 kills. We finished with 1555 base XP, 5 kills. We finished on top of the leaderboard. We fired 27 shots. We had 18 direct hits and 15 penetrations. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, check it out.